Welcome back to Pubcast, the pod where mates get together for a chat over a couple of beers to discuss everything from the latest annoyances in life to solving world peace.
Might be a bit of an arse feel, but we can most certainly try our best.
We'll try.
We're looking to create a fun and informative pod with the hope of making you feel as if you've just walked into the pub and joined us for a chat. Whether that be for a moan about your crappy day, Phil's rants, or when I just need to emotionally offload.
Are we going to do that every day?
Pack it in, mate.
At times it will just be us. I'm Phil.
I'm Mark.
But from time to time we'll be joined by friends, fellow regulars and sometimes even strangers for interesting and illuminating conversations, some of which might be useful.
To someone we owe.
We hope. So let's order up some drinks and get on with this week's episode. Whose round is it, mate?
Definitely yours, Phil.
A quick word of caution. This podcast may contain strong language and topics that some people may find upsetting or offensive, and may not be suitable for young people. Please remember the management reserve the right to refuse entry.
Oh, Phil, we're recording the pod. How are you doing today?
Oh, he's got it musical.
Why not?
Oh, I like that.
I thought like an intro.
I wish I could respond, but I don't have anything.
I think that just took you by surprise.
It did a bit, mate. It did a bit. I don't know. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. Good week?
Good week. A little bit tired today because, you know what, actually, I'm going to jump straight in. You know our hero villain of the week.
Love a bit of hero villain.
So, I want to do a hero villain of the week.
What are you doing, hero or villain?
I'm going to do hero.
You're going to do hero?
I'm going to do hero.
That leaves me with the villain.
It does, so start thinking.
Oh, mate, I've got it. I don't need to think. Don't need to think about that.
So I just so last night, the reason why I'm a little bit tired today is last night I went to go see Elton John on his farewell tour.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Haven't you been waiting since COVID for that?
On my days, I've been waiting. I think 3.5 years.
Bloody hell!
Because it was
Fuck's
COVID.
sake, Elton, hurry up!
Well, it's because it was COVID, and then he broke his hip, I believe.
Oh, did he?
So he had to recover from that. And sadly, actually, last night on the stage, you could still see a bit of the limp and stuff. But the guy's 75 years old, man.
Is he 75?
75.
Can I do a little bit of like a mini villain?
Yeah, go on.
Fucking. So
he's already dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, mate, it's going to get a lot worse. I'm fucking fuming. But one of the things, so there's a court case with loads of celebrities suing the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And Elton John's one of those. Would you call it a plaintiff?
I think so.
And so, like, bits of information are coming out. And the fucking newspaper, the Daily Mail, published a copy of his child's birth certificate before he'd ever seen it.
What?
And how fucking invasive is that?
You've literally silenced
it boggles your mind, doesn't it? Boggles your mind.
Which is really hard
boggles your mind.
to do with me.
At some point, those pricks sitting in that newsroom go, this is newsworthy. This salacious, gossipy bollocks.
I actually really love this because this is not scripted at all.
And like fucking ruined a really special moment for a family. I fucking did. Sorry, mate.
It's fine. Actually, I'm sort of glad that you said it.
You go with the
it
hero.
sort of relates actually of why he's a hero to me.
Let's start this pod with nice vibes.
Note.
Yeah.
Positive note, man.
Before I lose my fucking shit.
So obviously, I have seen Elton before. I saw him quite a few years ago down at Hove Cricket Ground at Brighton Pride.
Okay.
And it was amazing, like really great.
I've never seen
gig to go to. But after that gig, I got completely hooked. I was just like, I've got to see him again on this tour. And my friend Ed, you know Eddie, massive shout out to Ed.
Love the Ed.
He's a massive Elton fan as well. Often when me and him are on site together, we'll have some Elton John on.
Not on a Friday.
Not on a Friday, that's Wham.
Wham Friday.
So we arranged and we bought tickets to go see Elton. Obviously,
How are you not homosexual?
I really should be, I
think you probably kind of should.
Very, you know what.
But you're just damn too bloody attractive to the ladies, mate. Yeah, that's what it is.
I doubt that. I'm not a ladies man, mate. So
ask the ladies. Zoe. No, let's not go there.
No, let's not at all. Because disappointment hurts me a lot. So, just rejection.
When we first got to know Zoe, Zoe gets a shout out on this pod all the time
Constantly.
because she's awesome. She's brilliant. She's
Number one.
She's a wonderful human being, and she's 19. Is she 19?
I don't know.
She's a supervisor in this pub, so she brings us beer and stuff, that makes anyone attractive, quite frankly, doesn't it? And, I remember I said to her once, when I was first getting to know her and chatting to her, and we started to become friends, and I said, you're a young, beautiful, vibrant woman, and I'm none of those things. And do you know what? If I was 19, I'd be really disappointed when you rejected me.
You would.
I would.
You would.
I would.
You absolutely would.
Absolutely no possibility of not being rejected. Because her partner is also amazing.
He's a good-looking boy and a gentleman.
He's a lovely
More
man.
of a gentleman than you, my friend.
Very good. Yeah.
And me.
Yeah.
I don't know about me.
Mate.
I can be romantic. Rarely.
I can do romance.
Actually, I
Have
can
you ever
actually
been-
imagine you that you can. Can we just get back to the hero thing?
Sorry. Go on.
God, we're doing our thing when we just waffle.
I do waffle.
I know.
I do waffle.
Right, Elton John, hero. Saw him last night. Been to a gig before. Hitting the lamp above my head.
Don't smash the place up.
So, went and saw him last night, and it was such a good show to go and watch. The guy is 75 years old. He rocked it out for 2.5 hours.
Where was the show?
It was at the O2 Arena in
Okay.
London. So, like the Dome, like the
Yeah.
where
yeah.
you and I went and saw
Yeah,
Queen.
yeah. I am aware. You're not explaining it to me. You're explaining it to these people.
Pod, yeah, sure.
I mean, obviously,
So-
we've had some of the statistics back, and there's people worldwide. They might.
Actually worldwide
might
now.
not know.
I think it's mental, actually, the amount of stuff that we've now seen. It's cool. Anyway, and thank you to those people that have
Thank you
listened.
very much. Belgian person, identify yourself.
Yeah. You know what? Belgian person in Brussels that listens to us.
We had one listener in Belgium,
Yes.
and I'm very intrigued as
And
to.
they're in Brussels. That's where they listen from, in Belgium.
I didn't see the city. I only saw the.
Oh, that's okay. I'm nosy, so I had a look at that. So, person in Belgium, Brussels, drop us a little message on our Instagram or our Twitter, and we'll give you a shout out because we're very grateful for your listen.
Because I'm sure you're. What if their name is impronounceable,
Well,
and then we just want to revert to Belgian person?
we'll pretend that they never messaged us.
We're just going to ghost you.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
what a horrible thing to do.
Don't ghost the.
We're not going to do that.
We're not gonna do
How
that.
dare you say that, Phil?
You're so rude, Mark.
You know what? We can blame it on my stutter that I couldn't pronounce it. Because obviously I'm doing all that stuff, so we'll just say Mark wants to pronounce it, but he just stutters on the
So I can go, yay, we've had a message from our listener in Belgium.
Yeah.
Mark, what's their name?
And I'd be like,
That.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Did you like my impersonation of the person that started?
Yeah, because that's how
That
we
sounded
sound, yeah.
sounded more like Boris, really, didn't it?
Yeah, the bumbling fool. Anyway, hero.
Hero. Elton John. We've got that far.
I know. God,
75.
what time are we on already?
Oh, 8 minutes.
Really? We haven't even got past this.
No.
So I'm going to make it short now. So he's a hero, A, because he's 75 years old and he just rocked out for 2.5 hours. But then he does this lovely thing of why it's his last tour.
Because he's fucking knackered.
No, it's not that. It's
Okay.
because he's got children and a husband, and a husband. and
Youngish
stuff.
children, aren't they?
They are, yeah. So he's got 2 boys, and and obviously he explains that he wants to spend the rest of his life with his kids and get to enjoy that and all of those parts. And then the reason why he's a bit of a hero as well in all of this is also the crowd just applauded him for saying that. Damn right you're going to go and retire and enjoy that time with them and all these other
Gonna go and spend some time with the kids, mate.
But it did remind me of the first time that I saw Rocket Man. So I saw Rocket Man probably in the first year that I was doing therapy at that point, and a big part of the film is him doing therapy within that film, and that is when I learned how to connect with the inner child within me and look after that kid.
So you're properly connected.
So I'm just like,
Oh,
thank you, Elton.
you and Elton. You and Elton.
You're a massive part of my
Dwight.
life, and
Dwight, sorry.
Reggie Dwight, yeah.
Reginald Dwight, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah, so I just want to say you are the hero, not just for this week, but a hero to me.
Big
But,
up, big up.
Yeah,
Elton.
good on you. And I love what you've done for gay rights and the fight against AIDS and all of these other bits and pieces as well. So, yeah.
Okay.
And his appearance in Will and Grace is great.
Never seen it.
You should. It's great.
Don't even know what you're talking
So, I'm going to sit back, grab a cushion and get comfy because...
We should probably talk about something else because that's going to be a really crunching gear change, mate.
Phil,
Do you know what?
who's the villain?
Do you know what? Right. Just want to think about it. Next week, can you do the villain and I'll do the hero?
Who knows if it's on next week? I mean, we haven't decided that far ahead yet.
But people love this segment, allegedly. Imaginarily. Okay, I'll go with the villain. No, do you know what? I'm going to give these people a little peek behind the scenes. So we have...
Okay. You're going to lift up the blind a bit.
I am a little bit.
Okay.
Break the fourth wall, as they say. So we have a... obviously, you might think that we just turn up and talk shit, but we do actually make notes. And we have certain headings that we like to call segments.
Yes.
One of which is the hero and the villain of the week. One of which is... I haven't got my notes in front of me. Hate
Oh, so we've got Fitbit report in there.
Fitbit report.
Today's Fitbit report.
What is the Fitbit report this week?
Not much to report. I've been working too much. So,
Lazy prick.
Yeah. I still got my 40 points for the week, just in steps due to
I'm
work.
so putting that jingle in. It's just going to go... Beck's going, Fitbit report, lazy prick.
Thank you, Becky. So yeah, right, I've completely lost track. Yeah, so we've got weekly hate.
Weekly hate, that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
So we have hero and villain,
Yeah.
weekly hate,
Culture wars.
and the culture wars.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty much a thing in itself, right?
So this week, all those motherfuckers are going together.
Okay.
Now,
They're being combined, are they?
this might seem something of a vendetta because I'm conscious that on a very recent podcast I spoke about our dearly beloved Home Secretary Suella Bitchface, and I'm going to do it again. She's a fucking vile breed, mate.
No, she is, mate.
She's
Toxic
fucking
as hell.
horrible. So, she's... I can barely get the words out, mate. My blood's fucking boiling. It's been boiling for days, to be honest. Right? So,
Do we need to call Matt the emotion man about this?
yeah. I mean, and maybe several of the emergency services.
You're literally about to set on fire.
Oh, she's a fucking...
That one. Yeah.
Right, so... The Tory party in the UK, been in charge for 13 years, pretty much fucked everything, and...
Have they? Said with a smirk.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they won't take any responsibility. So anything that comes up, you know, and it's like a cut and dried, black and white, that's you. And they're like, no, and they'll come up with some fucking statistic.
Should we rename it the Narcissist Party?
Well, they've been
Because that's literally all that they are.
They've been known as the nasty party for a long time.
But the narcissistic party would be, I think, more in keeping now.
You know, some of this is down to political ideology. You know, the people on the left, or some people on the left, will refer to the Conservative Party as the nasty party because they're on the right. I mean, when I grew up, mate, they were on the right, but they've gone so far right now. It's just fucking madness. And, like, so they've done this thing this week, right? And it's like, A, I'm trying not to lose my shit. B, I'm trying to be a little bit balanced where I can. And a bit funny. But a lot of it just ain't fucking funny.
I actually think I'm going to put a poll on our socials. So you can do a poll on socials. And it's literally going to read, should Phil lose his shit more often? And it would just be a yes and no. So please go and check that out. And we want to know your response to that.
Do you know what, mate? If they vote yes, we're going to end up with a daily podcast.
I'll put another poll up for that as well, you know, if people want that.
So we've got loads of fucking problems. The NHS is not working, the criminal justice system isn't working, the schools aren't working, the fucking nothing works. And we've obviously got these fucking border issues where we've got people coming over in small boats. You know, the argument is, well, the right will tell you they're all economic migrants, but they're clearly asylum seekers. And the Conservative, the Conservative government, this Conservative government, aren't processing any of the claims, so we end up with this huge backlog, and we're spending like fucking £6 million a day to like look after these people. Whereas if we just process them, and like, okay, you've got a valid claim, you can now go out into the community, get a job, fucking earn some money, pay the taxes, give us some money back. Or your asylum claim is also look at denied, fuck off, go away.
We have a massive staff shortage in this country right now. They could help us, and
we
need them to help us.
So all of this shit, right? And then recently we had trouble at the border where people from the UK wanting to go into Europe was sitting in fucking cars and coaches for 30 hours.
Oh, I heard about this.
Because the ferry system isn't working, because the immigration system isn't working, because since fucking Brexit, which was a genius idea and everything they ever told us about it has come true and we love it, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. Blue passports. Well, the part of the rules, like
that's what I was fussed about.
When we used to have free movement, no one even looks at you. You know, you just fucking drive through and crack on with your holiday.
Yeah.
Well, now they've got to inspect the passport, so a coach...
They've actually got to look.
Got to stamp it. So you got like a coach of... Like, one of the things that came up was, like, you got coach loads of kids going on skiing holidays.
Yeah.
And every single one of those kids...
Middle class
got to get off of the coach and have their fucking passport stamped. Well, you know, let me think about this. What takes longer? A coach driving straight through an open fucking border, or all of those people getting off and having their passport stamped? Anyway, well, is that a result of Brexit? Not according to the fucking Conservative Party. No, it's the French, because the French haven't staffed their borders properly. I mean, what fucking madness is this? Anyway, so that's what started me off. And then they've gone nuclear this week.
Go on.
Trigger warning. Fucking child abuse, right?
Okay.
The statistics are horrendous, mate. 1 in 7 female children have been abused. 1 in 20 male children.
Say that again.
1 in 7
1
female.
in 7?
Yep, children have been abused. 1 in 20 male children have been abused. Right? Now...
Jesus.
This is not a surprise to me, mate. I've known this for a while.
No,
When you go out on a Saturday night and you stand in a very large pub or a club, statistically, you are with abusers. You've been around for abusers. And as we know, there's fucking tons and tons of evidence of familial abuse, right?
Yeah.
Not according to the Conservative government. It's fucking Pakistani grooming gangs.
Oh, actually, on the drive here
So they're
tonight,
making-
I heard a little bit on
So they're making this whole fucking thing, right? We're not going to fix the problem. What we're going to do is we're going to stoke these fucking culture wars, and like it's like the what they're implying, right, is the reason that child abusers aren't being prosecuted is because we're woke, and
What?
well, because we're frightened of upsetting the anti-racists.
Well, the Tories have said this.
This is what they're fucking saying, mate.
Well, sorry, you've been in
And
charge for the last 13
Suella
years.
Bitchface and fucking Rishi
Sunak.
Nosak has come out and they're doing this fucking Pakistani grooming gang. Whereas the stats are most English or most children in England that are being abused, they're not being abused by Pakistani grooming gangs, they're being abused by fucking white English people, usually white English people in their own fucking family.
Yeah.
Right? But no, we can't get any fucking value out of that. So what we want to do is make you really angry
Do you know
about
why?
this
'Cause they're
other
relying on
group.
their fucking votes,
Because
mate.
these, I mean, look, mate, I'm not suggesting that there are no Pakistani grooming gangs.
No.
But you know what? You don't call them fucking church grooming gangs. You don't call them scout grooming gangs. You don't call them celebrity entertainers grooming gangs. We call them paedophiles.
Yeah.
We call them fucking abusers.
That's true, isn't it? Like, it's a
it's
wording.
the fucking
It's a
language
wording.
they're using, because it's don't look over here,
Yeah.
look over there, get angry at those people.
So what phase are they on then, Phil?
They're in the fucking let's blame the brown people, and it fucking makes me livid, mate, because you read into what they're saying, you listen to what they're saying, and at no point are they attempting to fix the problem. What
They're
they're
just pointing the
attempting
finger.
is to fucking divert attention. Go and get angry at this subset of a population. It fucking makes me livid, mate. There's kids being abused. Fucking go and sort that out,
It's 1930s Germany
don't-
all over again, isn't it?
mate.
It is. It's that behaviour.
Mate.
It's that behaviour.
Fucking C words. I mean,
Yeah.
I despise it. I mean, how abhorrent is that? Like, we are willing to make political capital out of the suffering of a fucking child.
Weaponising.
I fucking despise these.
Beep.
Oh, mate, I might have to pause the tape and just say,
Yeah, go on. That's fine.
thank you, mate, that got it out a bit. I mean, it's just disgusting, mate. It's in everything that they're doing at the moment. They're like in the death throes. They know that they're not getting elected again. Right?
Oh no, they're out. They've
The
got
po-
to be.
the-
And if they're
the-
not,
the polling.
I am moving away from this country
Oh, it's
straight away. If
but-
they are not out on the next turn, I'm
make
out.
to make political capital out of a child's suffering, mate. I can't get my fucking head round it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not dummies. I mean, well, some of them are absolutely thick as shit, but
Well, that's why they're part of the party. Yeah.
Well-
because they're sheep
yeah, but
and they can be told what to do.
yeah, you know, I can elevate myself within this organisation without anyone actually realising that I ain't got a fucking clue about what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
But if you say the right things and do the right things, then hey, guess what? You're part of it.
how fucking dare they? How fucking dare they?
Why do you say that? Why do you say why? Sorry, how flipping dare they? Why do you say those words? Because there's obviously like big emotion in you there.
No,
What are those big things that they're doing?
Well, that's
wrong?
just fucking humanity, mate. There's children
So it's
being
a
abused.
manipulation. It's
Just children being abused.
Yeah.
Don't fuck your culture wars, fuck your wokerati, fuck your all these things that you're trying to stoke
It's just
to get people
weaponising-
divided.
Weaponising.
Get
a
on with
human being.
fixing the fucking problem. Fix the fucking problem.
But they haven't fixed anything for 13 years, mate. So why do you think it's going to start now?
I don't think it's going to start now, but don't start fucking using the most explicitly vulnerable sections of our society
Yeah.
to divide the other bits of fucking society. It's fucking
sickening.
immoral,
It's
mate.
sickening.
It's sick.
Yeah.
They're sick. I fucking hate them. And you know what?
Yeah, I do agree.
There's
with
every
you.
chance that the next lot that get in will be like, they're not going to have the fucking panacea. They're not going to have all the answers. but they're not going to be that
They're not
fucking
gonna be
immoral.
that bad.
They're not going to be that immoral.
Go on.
Mate, wait till one of them comes and knocks on my fucking door. You know, we've got local elections coming up.
We have 4th of May.
Oh,
I
I
think.
cannot
Is it 4th of
wait.
May, I think?
I cannot wait. I'm going to fucking rip those bastards to pieces.
Yeah.
How fucking dare you? Like, do you remember, like, the good old days? Like, back in 2010 when this Conservative shithouse first got in power, and they started doing things like making disabled people prove that they were disabled enough to get benefits. That feels like happy days, mate.
1930s.
That feels, in comparison to what they're doing now, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It literally turns my stomach, mate.
This is
Because there
the-
is nothing there is no fucking low that they won't go to just to divide people. I hate them. I hate them.
I get that, man.
I don't hate anything. I don't hate anyone. I fucking hate them.
Yeah. Enough's enough, isn't it?
Do you know what, mate? I will go so far as to say, hypothetically, theoretically speaking, if one of them knocks on my door and actually tries to argue with me, I might end up punching him in his fucking face. Hypothetically speaking, allegedly.
No, you won't. You're too nice.
I might be tempted.
You might be tempted, but you won't.
I might just open the inside door and go, cat, squirrel. Fucking eat it.
Mate, just put on this costume first. Like, I will vote for you as long as you put on this. This is what I need you to do for me to vote for you.
And my gorgeous little pitty comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I did say I was going to rant, and I've.
You have.
ranted, and
What was the time on that? I mean, I dread to think. This is why I don't listen to the news, man. This is why I don't listen to it, because I understand your emotion behind this, but I at the same time it's.
I mean, I know these.
I like to protect myself against that extreme stuff.
I know that we live in really fucking strange times, and I know that
Monsters.
this version of the Conservative Party are like vile fuckers, but
They can twist.
to use something as profound as vulnerable children in need as a political weapon to divide people for the simple aim of getting votes, it boggles my fucking mind, mate. It's abhorrent.
Do you think they're still fooling people?
Oh, there definitely some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some of them. But then, you know, people get into political stables that they can't get themselves out of.
Yeah. It's like
You
the
know.
scarf thing, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's like the, you know, you get people like of a certain age, you know, that
I've always voted blue.
I've always voted. That's all. That's what I've always done. That's what
Yeah.
I've always done. And I guess, you know, people fall into echo chambers where they only read one newspaper, they only watch one news channel, they only follow certain Facebook groups, and they're getting propaganda, you know. And I dare say it's the same on the left.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
definitely.
like-
I don't be funny. I mean, if I was to describe my political sort of state, you know, yeah, okay, I'm left, but I'm also liberal thinking in the sense of I will try and take all points of view and listen to all points of view, and I'll make up my own mind.
I would
Thank you
like
very
to
much.
think I'm a centrist,
Yeah.
but the
You're-
Conservative
you're-
government have gone way fucking right of
Yeah,
where
too
I am.
far.
Way too far. I mean, like, you know, I read this thing the other day about someone going like, oh, you know, socialism is awful and it doesn't work. And like, okay, mate,
Look at
well,
Finland, one of the most.
no, fuck
successful-
England. Look at England. Okay, mate, how much do you pay to send your child to school? How much do you pay in medical insurance?
Yeah,
You know, that's socialist, mate. That's fucking free.
yeah.
You do live in a capitalist society that has socialist elements.
Yeah.
When you go to, well, I was going to say, if you ever find yourself accused of a crime, you can get free legal aid. That's a bit fucking sketchy now because they've changed all that. But you get free healthcare, you get free fucking education. You know,
Yeah.
you can go and have as many fucking kids as you want, and they will get educated. That's socialism
Yeah. Because they know that gives back to society.
because it fucking helps everybody.
Well, they don't, but the idea of
You educate a person, they're going to fucking grow up, they're going to go to work, they're going to get a job that pays shitloads of money and they're going to pay a shitload of tax.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
That's the way it works. But no. Socialism doesn't work. It fucking does work, mate. You fucking live in it. You greedy, selfish, fucking blue-scarfed fucking twat. Sorry.
Don't apologise, man. Do you?
I might have
This is your platform.
I might have to take up smoking again.
It's not my platform today, it would seem.
Okay, right. Go on.
Oh, mate, I've got nothing here.
Oh, okay.
I came in ill jolly about Elton John and I had a nice night out.
Please stop me ranting.
Okay. I don't know where to start, but I can try. You better pause because I'm going to have to think of it.
Oh, no. Okay, thank you, Mark. So, we've had a moment for me to calm down.
We have. And Zoe has now supplied the beer. What are you trying to point out?
Just fill the rim of the glass.
Fill the rim of the glass. Oh, is it icy?
No,
Well, no, it's ribbed.
Yeah.
Is that for my pleasure?
You had to.
I had to, of course I did.
You had to.
It's a pun, and I'm there.
And you're a bit filthy. But anyway, so we're going to try and to move on to...
Yes, so I did. So obviously I started off with Elton John.
Yes, you did.
And that he was a hero and all these other bits and pieces. So I had a little bit of a topic in mind for this week.
Okay.
Very blasé one. It's not like we don't need to go too deep with it. But I wanted to do achievements in life and influences in life. So I was going to ask you if there's anyone who's massively influenced you, whether celebrity or someone in your personal life, but also have they influenced a particular achievement in your life, or is there an achievement that you're massively proud of? So I know that's something to massively just load on to you, and we haven't done notes about this one.
A, no preparation, and B,
do you want me to start?
thinking positively about myself is not really something.
I know, that's why I thought I'd choose
Yeah,
it.
you have a go.
Okay,
You go first, and
So-
maybe that might warm me up.
cool. So one of my first big influences in my life, who's not a celebrity at all, was a guy called Ian. He was one of my first bosses that I worked for, and this guy was really hard working. He was self-employed, but he also ran an off license that I worked at, and I think he probably just picked up on the right vibes for me that I really wanted to work hard and try and achieve in life. So he brought me into his firm. So he ran a cleaning firm. So after I finished work at 10 o'clock at night at the off license, I used to go then do another 2 hours cleaning after that. And like back in the day, I mean, I'm 36 now. I was 18 back then. He was paying me almost 20 quid an hour
Jesus Christ.
to go and do that. So like good money. So 40 quid for 2 hours work.
I don't think a cleaner gets 20 quid now.
I doubt it. I mean, I don't pay our cleaner.
Was he touching you?
No.
That's a joke. I've never met Ian, don't know who you are, but that's a joke, man.
But yeah, so he was paying me extremely well. To do
Really
this
was.
stuff. But he also, I was just at college at the time, or just come out of college. Yeah, just came out of college at that time, and he got me my first plumbing job.
Okay.
With a guy called Ali. And then when I applied for my apprenticeship at British Gas, his recommendation letter, which my future boss told me was the selling point of me, he wrote that, and he literally has made me now the person, the successful part of my career, who I am. So he's a massive influence in my life.
Nice.
And a very kind person, a very giving person. Still in contact with him. Just just one of these people that you aspire to be like. And,
That's nice.
yeah. But he's also like, and you can just tell he's a kind person. He's always looking after someone's dog for them. He's always just going out of his way. So yeah, just absolutely love it.
Cool. Influential people.
Yeah,
We have an audience now.
we do. Should we say hello to Lily?
Say hello. Oh, bloody hell, look at me making a mess
Look
of
at
it.
you hitting your mic.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
Thank God it's not a serious one. You and your rant.
Hello, Lily.
Hi.
How are you?
You
Good.
good?
How are you?
Very well, thank you. So we're just talking about influences.
Yes.
So my checkered childhood. Do you know what? I'm very aware if people dipped in and dipped out of previous episodes of this podcast, they're going to think that I was like fucking Oliver Twist or something, like some awful.
God, am I Fagin?
It's really not that bad. But let's say there wasn't an abundance of positive influences in my life. So my sister is older than me, and my sister
How many years older?
3.
3 years old.
And she got married and had children very young, and her ex-husband was a bit older than her. Not massively older, but a bit older. But he was a really big influence on me. He was a really big positive influence.
Oh, really?
On me. Oh, yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to hear.
I love him a bit still to this day. And he was into motorbikes
Okay.
and racing and stuff. And he was in the car trade, and I was into cars and stuff. Family shit went on, and I would spend weekends at my sister's house
Yeah.
and nick fags off him and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
And then when I was 16, I moved in with them.
Okay.
And so I spent, I can't remember how long now, a year, something like that, 18 months maybe, living with them.
Yeah.
And it was a really, really positive male influence in terms of, you know, grafting and enjoying life. Not in a out-raving way, but
No, just
like
doing good. Positive
extracting
male
good
things.
shit out of life.
Yeah, okay.
And he comes from a really nice family, and I'd got to know his family, so they were a positive influence. And we were going to keep this light. But
No, go on. No, that's all right.
one of so in that period where I was really fucking sick was his 50th birthday.
Okay.
And I was fucked. I was in a really shitty place. But I was like, there's no way I can miss this. But there's also no way that I can fucking deal with being at a party for a whole
function.
night. Yeah. Can't happen. So I turned up at this venue where he was having his party, and basically went in there.
Yeah.
Like, I was fucking mad, mate, you know?
Yeah.
And I basically
You
went
went all there.
in there, bought him a pint, told him I loved him, and left. Yeah, that was about all I could cope with. But yeah, so he was a really good influence, like I say, when I was 16. And then I kind of fell into a sort of corporate world in my
Sounds
work.
horrible.
It was fucking terrible, mate.
Yeah.
And I was surrounded by all of these really successful people, like people of kind of my age, a little bit older, and some a lot older.
Okay.
And most of them were complete dicks, complete and utter dicks.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one bloke, Michael, I won't say his full name. Can I say his full name? Well, he was known by his initials, so MTB.
Okay.
I was
Sounds like an STI, but yeah, sure.
working. MTB, if you're listening to this, mate, I really apologise.
I don't mean it.
I'm going to take him outside after this. And
Sounds a bit weird, but okay.
he was super cool. So I was about 26, something like that, and he was probably in his 50s at the time. But he was super cool.
Okay.
Super cool. I was a lowly call centre agent answering the phones for some big corporate fucking company. It was an American organisation, so it was, sterile and bland and blah blah blah.
Very dull. Very
dull.
black and white.
Very dull. We got. So I used to sit next to this guy, and he'd been at college studying business, and the company had decided that they were going to create this additional department called quality assurance that would listen to calls and give feedback to agents and training and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to sit next to this guy answering the phones, who'd done, he studied business at college, and like we got on really well. And I was like, oh look, they've just put this advert up internally. And he was like, yeah, I'm really interested. And I was like, cool, right, well, if you apply for the manager's job, right, then I'll apply for the assistant manager's job, and I'll work for you, and it'll be cool, we get on really well, and we'll be able to do that, and that's cool. I guess he wasn't a very confident person, so he didn't. Oh, that's right. Now, a bit later on, I came up with the wheeze that, look, right, I'll apply for the manager's job, but I won't get it because you're applying for the manager's job, and I've got no qualifications. You've got qualifications and experience. But then, because I've applied for the manager's job, they'll see that I'm really keen, and they'll give me the assistant manager's job, and then I'll work for you.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he didn't have the balls, so he applied for the assistant manager's job, and I applied for the manager's job.
Oh.
And there was only 3 of us, and the other 2 could barely tie their fucking shoelaces. So they gave me the job, and MTB was my boss. And so he was really influential. He was really influential.
I love that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Another big one for me was a really, really close friend's dad. And actually, I do actually know that this friend does listen to the pod. So I do want to sort of put this in the right way. Larry, to me, and was one of the biggest influences of my life. The reason why I flip houses now is because he showed me how to flip houses.
Okay.
So he's a builder, a bricklayer by trade, but just a great all-rounder. And he was... I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. He isn't like the most welcoming person in the world.
You know what? Funnily enough, I was thinking, right, I know the next person that I'm going to say to, and I was going to say something.
Oh, really?
Slightly similar.
So what's he with my younger background, like being a ballet dancer and like doing all that stuff? I had a lot of women around my life, so a lot of the stuff that I had.
I love Lily's face when you said that.
It's an influence because obviously we know what she does. So.
Oh no, I mean the face was incredulous. Women? Him?
Really?
Sorry.
Are you digging at me again?
Well, do you know what? People love it. It's the content they come for.
What, for you to bully me?
It's not bullying.
I love that. Like you nod along, going, yeah.
You can jog on, love.
So obviously, like, then up until that change, obviously, I think I pretty much moved in with them when I was 15 or so, pretty much.
That sounds weird.
No, not with Larry, but with in.
Oh, okay.
like into their house, like so obviously, like Lucy, my friend. I spent loads of time around there because I didn't want to be in my own house, so I just went there instead. So he's so like literally in a way. He was like, man, if you're going to live under my roof, you can help me out build this house.
Yeah, no, that sounds fair.
So he taught me how to use a chop saw, he taught me how to use a nail gun, how to use an impact driver, all this stuff. And that guy has made me hundreds of thousands of pounds now. Just Larry, you're fucking awesome.
Big up, Larry.
Yeah, and he didn't have to do that at all.
Well, I think we might have said this in one previous episode, but it's similar to asking advice from people. A lot of people want to help. It's a natural human thing, and they want to help. And sometimes, we've both experienced it as older adults, that you get a youngster and you're like, no, I'm more than happy to take you under my wing a little bit. It's
Yeah.
you know, it's not really a thing that you're balancing and going, oh, what's the pros and cons? It's just a nice
Doesn't
thing
matter
to
if
do.
they're younger or older, actually. I mean, let's be honest, my best apprentice
Yeah.
is older than me.
No, but I mean, it's more natural with a younger person because you want to try and
Help.
Yeah, share and share and pass on your knowledge and all that sort of.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
So I did the corporate shit, and then a few ups and downs as life goes, and then like somewhere around about my mid-30s, I was a bit on my uppers, I've got to say, and
Go on.
I'd been doing a business and it was starting to go wrong, and I wasn't invested in it and I wasn't loving it.
You didn't really care about it?
Didn't care about it. Wasn't.
And was this you being self-employed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a car valeting business,
Oh, okay.
and
I think maybe we should do an episode on being self-employed.
yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I hadn't given it. I wasn't giving it any effort really, and then when the second succession of EU states, when lots of Polish people and Lithuanians and all those Eastern Europeans joined the EU, and they had freedom of movement, and they came over, and a lot of them got into the car valeting business.
Yeah.
So the money I could earn out of it went down.
Okay.
That's not a comment on immigration, because quite frankly, they were doing it way better and way cheaper than I could or wanted to. But anyway, so I bit skin. And I had some mates who were builders and worked for a building firm, and we used to drink in the same pub, and I'd got to know their boss, and
She doesn't know how to put down a glass on the table whilst recording a podcast. This is how she puts down a glass. That is how she puts down a glass.
yeah,
Like, just a peek right there.
waveform.
Yeah. Straight.
Anyway, so
Thanks, Lily. That was.
so I knew Charlie, and Charlie had a quantity surveying company, and he also had a building firm. And I was like, Charlie, you got any work? I need to earn some money to pay my rent. And he's like, what can you do? And I can push shit, mate. Shovels, brooms, wheelbarrows.
Yeah.
So I went on the building sites, and I laboured for him, earning nonsense money, as in nonsense bad money.
Yeah.
And I kept pestering him, saying, Charlie, you can see I've got a brain in my head, mate. Give me a go in your office, because he had a quality surveying company.
Yeah.
And eventually he let me in the office.
Were you actually quite pushy on that?
Yeah.
Like, were you? See, that surprises me with you, because actually, like, the self.
Oh, mate, back in the day I was proper pushy.
I love that.
Pushy, driven.
That's really nice. to
Pushy,
hear
driven,
about you.
ambitious.
Love that.
Yeah. Before I got my
That-
fingers burnt.
Yeah, that sort of gives me a little bit of more hope, though.
So, Charlie, really cool guy. But our relationship was a little bit, like you were saying with the other guy, fractious.
Yeah.
You know? Like, we were kind and nice to each other.
Yeah.
But,
But you know where you stood.
he would dig me out quite a lot,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. And then he'd give me a go in his office, and his company, he had a partner, Andy. And I went into the office to do one task and excelled at it, and that was my way in. And then I started doing more and more in the office, and then eventually I was in the office full time.
Okay.
And my desk was next to Andy's, and Andy and I hit it off, and
Alright.
he is a really, really fucking cool guy. Really fucking cool guy. And I wouldn't say that he taught me a shitload, but just being around him and seeing the way he lives his life and the way he deals with people and
that
stuff.
just was a big influence to you.
Yeah. That was like another little level. Oh, okay.
This
oh,
is how you can
fuck,
do
I
it.
get it. Oh, right. I get it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that though, man.
Yeah, cool guys, man. Cool guys.
Let's have a drink.
Sadly, we don't really see anything of each other anymore. But
People come and go, man. People just do.
oh no, Lily's going, and I was just about to involve her in the pod.
What was the
Oh.
question?
I didn't have one really.
Oh, he's lying. See?
One, then I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
So Lily has joined us.
Hi everyone.
Hello, darling. Lily is one of the newest members of this particular pub's team.
Indeed.
And how are you finding it?
Yeah, it's really good. I love it. Everyone here is really nice. The food's obviously the bonus.
We don't get the benefit of the food.
We don't really
Like-
do the food here much.
Well,
It is really good.
that burger that Lily just ate
The
is
dirty
4
one.
times more expensive if we pay for it.
It is a thing.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a thing.
And I'm not paying those stupid amounts of money for a burger.
We'd literally just come here for beer.
Just beer.
Fair enough.
Beer
Yeah.
and company.
Beer and company.
Yeah.
Beer and company.
That is a thing too. So what we're doing actually in this particular episode after Phil finishes rant was
I lost my shit earlier.
so I went to Elton John
What's wrong
last
with
night. So I went to Elton John last night and
Yeah.
great night. So my hero of the week, but a hero of mine, is also like an influence to me. So we were talking more on influences in your life. So like, do you have anything that's a big influence on your
Oh,
life?
nice.
I mean, obviously,
Nice. I like what you did there.
That's a nice question.
That is a good question.
So obviously you're in the theatre world.
Yeah, musical theatre, performing
Yeah,
arts.
Actually, very quickly, Lily, introduce yourself to these thousands and
Well,
thousands
my
of pod
name's
listeners.
Lily and I'm 19 years old and I'm a dancer and I go to a performing arts college in East South London, and I've been doing it since I was about 10, and I'm in my last year of my diploma and I graduate in July, and then hopefully my career can start from there.
Well,
Fingers crossed.
You're out into the world.
I am, yeah. Biggest inspiration.
They don't need to be famous. They could be someone that you grew up with, or
I kind of think they shouldn't be famous.
Yeah, no, mine's not famous.
No.
So, obviously, I have famous inspirations like dancers, but I'm going to say my friend Brooke Kelly, because when I joined college in first year, obviously I had people a lot older than me because the age range at college isn't like 18 to 21. It's like you can be 23, you could be 24.
Okay.
Any particular age, and obviously I joined straight out of school, so I was 16 years old, so I was quite a baby compared to like the 22-year-olds.
That is kind of young to go into.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that a lot of people go to college when they're 16, but you're usually just surrounded by
Yeah,
16-year-olds,
exactly.
aren't you?
Anyway, so I had Brooke, who was in my third year, and like I thought, obviously, oh my god, everyone's amazing at dance, like blah blah blah, but you watch this girl dance and you're like, that is a whole different breed of dance.
just
Like,
that level.
oh my god, she's like the most amazing like, oh my god. And then we became really close friends, and I was like, this is like, I literally have like a major girl crush on you, because I'm literally like, oh my god,
That's for
like,
who
I
I
want to be
aspire
you. And then
Yeah.
it came to like all my classes. I wasn't ever in the same class as her, and then it came to the end of the year, which was like around, I'd say April, May.
This
just
is your
coming into
first
this.
year?
This is my first year,
Okay.
and she's a third year, so I wasn't ever really in the same class as her. But then at the end of the year at my college, we go into like a showcase
Do the
term.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm going into in 3 weeks' time when I go back. So that's
Nervous.
I did just get told what I've got in, so yeah, but I'm excited. It will be really
What, as in what part?
yeah, what parts we've got. So
Cool.
I did well, so I'm proud of myself.
Excellent, well done.
Yeah,
Well done,
thank you. Yeah, so Brooke, I was in the same classes as her when it came into show season, and like I think like the reason I think I'm as good as I am dance now is because I literally was in a room with her for like 3 months, and like even them 3 months I was like, oh my god, like you do one move and you think you look great and you watch yourself in the mirror and then you get a correction and you're like, okay, technical, like technique wise it looks great, performance wise it looks great, and then you look at Brooke do it and it's like how is someone doing
It just
that?
inspires you.
Different.
no
Oh
more.
my God, and
Different
it's
gear.
she just thinks so out of the box, and I was like, I need to start doing that. And I think ever since I've been in a class with her, like, I think it just made me want to push myself a lot harder.
So with her, was that like a cognitive, like I'm going to look at you and study, or was there like a certain amount of absorbing just because you're around her and she's
there was
fucking amazing?
obviously I think a bit of both, like a lot of absorbing as well. But I think the main thing I said to myself was like, not I want to be exactly like you, because obviously you want to all be your own,
I want to be like you.
especially in my industry. You all don't want to be the exact same, you know.
You got to have that individuality.
Yeah, you've got to have
Yeah.
your edge. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did just say to myself, like, I want to be up to the standard that she is. Like, everything she did, I was like,
It
I
was
wanna
to
be that
strive
standard.
for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Without blowing smoke up your ass, I
Yeah.
guess if you've got the part that you're stoked with in this show, then you've definitely achieved some of that.
Yeah, I think I have.
Good for you, mate.
I think I've definitely improved a lot over the last 3 years.
Good
I think
for you.
I feel like I'm in a good place to go out there now and audition for stuff. So
I mean, this is something I know nothing about. I know.
Well, I do.
You do.
So I'm going to have to.
So let's
ask
talk about you.
What? No. How dare you do that? No. Dream things.
dream role,
Yeah. Cool.
okay. Probably Amber in Hairspray.
Okay.
I've not seen Hairspray.
Wanted to be ensemble dancing in Moulin Rouge in the West End. That'd
Okay.
be great.
Is that the one with fluffy knickers?
42nd Street. I'd love to be
Rolling my
42nd Street.
eyes.
I'm literally out of my zone here, mate. I don't know.
Well, you came and watched Les Mis with
Yeah,
me
no,
a
no,
few
of course,
weeks
yeah.
ago.
But I don't know these shows. I don't.
Well, they're amazing shows, so I'd say them three are my top three.
What's your favourite show ever? Do
Ooh,
you have a favourite one?
that's hard. I think favourite show that I've seen, favourite show that it's my favourite because it's my favourite is probably Mamma Mia, just because I love Mamma Mia.
Okay.
But I think from what I've seen, probably I'd say either Dreamgirls or... Oh, that's a really hard question. I've seen literally every show, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
So it-
Dreamgirls or I'd say Back to the Future. That's really good.
in
I
your
haven't seen that one.
That's really good.
in your industry, like in your role,
Yeah.
like your job, is like the goal, like the big goal, to be at the West End in a big show.
Yeah. Or Broadway, if you can
or,
get over
or
there.
Broadway, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I mean, a
top.
Broadway show to go see one is amazing.
Yeah.
I've been there.
But is that
It's
kind of
fantastic.
like I know, like in the acting world, it's like of all the people that train to be actors, less than 1% ever sort of quote unquote make it. So in your dancing,
Mhm.
is it like,
Well, I'd say it's just as competitive.
is it?
definitely, yeah.
Is it? So like, I don't know, is there like a lesser thing, like you don't make it to the West End, but you're in like a
Maybe I'd say probably
off
like...
Broadway type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say maybe just like pantomimes, plays, cruise ships. But obviously...
Cruise ships, yeah,
cruise ship,
right.
like, I would love to do a cruise ship just because I want to
That's
travel. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
But obviously,
No, I've
if I
had
could
friends
get
that
West
have done
End,
that.
that would be amazing.
I've heard
friend,
that's the thing.
Heather, my friend, has done that for years and she's loved it. So, you know,
Heathers. Did you
Heather,
say-
a
oh.
friend of mine.
I thought you were
has-
talking about the show Heathers. I was like, oh, I like that one as well. That's another favourite.
Again, another one I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, my favourite.
Can you date some more people, buy them a ticket to a show, split up with them, and then take me? That's how I got to
That's
see
a-
Les Mis.
That's a really good... Oh, what a shame. But also,
yeah.
well
so
done.
Out of my heartache, he just gained. Damn.
I was there to support you.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Actually. And you know what?
Support.
It was a
Definitely
and it was a
support.
beautiful time.
It is gorgeous.
And the show was amazing.
No, I was talking about the show. I'd never seen Les Mis, and it was lovely.
Yeah, Les Mis is amazing.
Yeah.
So have
Yeah,
you
really
seen it on the West End?
Yeah,
It is just mind.
very good. It is very good.
It's not dancey though, is it?
No,
No, not
very
at all.
acty, singy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
musical theatre.
Acty
It's
singing.
almost opera-like, really.
I almost feel kind of.
Do you know what else I've seen? I've seen Phantom of the Opera.
Still
Still
haven't seen it.
Right, I'll be honest with you. I saw it when I was in school, so I did fall asleep, but I went back when I was like my age now, like 18, 19, and I was like, okay, no, this is actually amazing. But first time I saw it at 14, I was like, sorry, what 14-year-old wants to sit there for 2.5 hours?
Hello?
Yeah, watching
I
that.
just slept, so.
So have you ever seen Rent?
No, I haven't seen Rent, but
Right, so
the
that's my
storyline is
favourite
amazing,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it about...
And the
100
music,
times.
so good from Rent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No,
Seasons of Love.
that'll be the next one. Fingers crossed
You've
if
got-
it comes back.
You've got to do it. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing ever.
Again, don't know.
You need
I know,
to culture
I know,
yourself.
I
You know what? You need to do your research, because once you get into musical, I mean, I only know it because I've done it my whole life, but it is like the best thing ever. Like going to see a good show is like,
Oh, don't get me wrong. He was so excited when we
Yeah.
saw Les.
I am here.
Les Mis.
I'm here.
Yeah, no, I know. I know that you're there. I can see you.
I have seen shows before you.
Yeah, I know.
We went to,
right, guys, no need to.
well, just a bit of a tiff, you know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all part of the pod.
Sometimes I just feel he doesn't appreciate me.
Yeah.
I went with an ex-partner to see.
You don't have to get involved in this bit. Like, you're not here to support us.
I went to We Will Rock You.
God, sorry.
Oh, bloody hell!
That's all right. We
Another
can't-
edit.
Yeah.
I went
Or
to
not.
I went to see We Will Rock You and oh god, I can't remember the name.
I don't
Rock of
actually-
Ages.
Brothers.
I don't
Lost.
actually like
Blood Brothers.
Blood
Blood
Brothers.
Brothers.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
That show is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
Blood Brothers is brilliant, but I don't actually like We Will Rock You that much. So.
No, I quite liked it because it's
But
kind of.
I've seen it with. It depends. Sometimes it's on the cast and whoever's on that night, or
That is a thing.
sometimes they revamp it a little bit. If they bring anything from America to the UK, sometimes from Broadway to West End, they revamp it. Sometimes they don't make it as funny, or they leave out like a massive chunk of the storyline, and it's
And it
like,
loses.
and you're like, well, now
Do
I'm
you
just
think-
watching someone sing 25 love songs for 2 hours. Like,
Do
you know
you
what I mean?
do you think that, like saying that comparison between the American and the British production,
Yeah.
do you think the American production is better?
I don't.
I don't know
it
anything about
just-
this,
I
so-
think it just depends on what it is, which show.
Yeah, okay.
Because something like Les Mis, I feel like that is definitely like Les Mis, Phantom, like Wicked. Actually, Wicked's debatable. But
So is
shows
that.
that have been in the West End for like 15 years, 10 years plus, like they're definitely like West End. But then there's shows on Broadway. I'm trying to think what's like 42nd Street on Broadway. Oh my god, like
Been on forever, right?
that's definitely
Yeah.
probably better than the West End.
Have you ever been to Broadway?
No, but I've been to New York, and I went when I was
I haven't.
very little. We went to the cafe, which is called like Stardust, and it's
I've been there.
yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
it's all the like people who are like in my industry, and they're wanting to get onto Broadway.
So what it is?
Okay.
Should I explain this one to Phil?
yeah.
So the
We could just ask Lily to explain.
so the Stardust Diner
Yeah, that's
is
it.
what it's called. Is actors and dancers and singers that are trying to get it on to Broadway, but they are a waiter or a waitress in this diner. But the entire night, they are singing to you. They're doing songs from Broadway or pop songs or whatever.
Oh, that
It's
sounds
one of
kinda cool.
the best nights of my life. Me and my friend Nikki went when I went to Manhattan for the first time, and it blew my
Yeah, they're like
fucking
on
mind.
roller
It was
skates,
amazing.
roller skating on tables around you, singing, dancing.
Well, that sounds
It's
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah,
So
but
I actually left a review on my TripAdvisor for that because it was so cool.
oh yeah, anyone listening to this podcast, if you want to leave a review and say Lily was an amazing waitress, feel free to, because we've got a competition. I am an amazing waitress, but yeah.
You are.
But a better dancer.
I mean, you're very new here, aren't you?
And yeah, no, I am very new, but
Yeah.
I have waitressed before, so.
But I was here a couple of days ago, and it was nonsense busy, and Lily was obviously doing very well. I mean, I couldn't do your job, mate.
Especially when
I've never done
I
it.
had blisters.
could not do it,
backs
mate.
of my feet as well. That was not fun.
Couldn't.
I couldn't really walk, could I?
That's a hobble along.
I did joke with you, like,
Yeah, the blisters.
how do you manage to dance for 8 hours every day, but you can't walk up and down for an hour without getting a blister? Because I'm very sympathetic.
Really simple.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to love you and leave you all.
Yes.
Okay, no
Yes.
bothers. Are you like to do your job?
Yeah, to do my job.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
think-
very
I
much
think
for.
we stole you.
Do you know what? Actually, little award for Lily, first ever guest on our
First
pod.
actual
Hi.
guest
You
on
are
the
the-
Oh
pod.
God, everyone else is gonna hate me
No, they're
Don't worry.
not.
because I'm the newest and I'm the first one on.
You have kind of jumped the queue a little bit, but it
A
doesn't-
little bit. I
doesn't-
think the whole bloody queue I've jumped. Oh well, privileges.
It's cool.
being the
But
newbie.
you know what? What might be interesting is if you do make it, this footage is going to be worth
Free
thousands.
tickets.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna sell the.
If anyone sees Liliana Edwards in lights on Broadway in 10 years' time, then
It's all down to us.
And if you left that
Yeah.
review, if anyone
Commission,
if
commission,
anyone
commission.
left a review, I'll give you a lot of commission if I'm rich. So,
Don't. We're going to edit that out, or otherwise, just a thing.
So do we now get free tickets for any performance you're in?
Any show that you're in, we're coming to.
yeah,
Yeah.
free
Awesome.
tickets for
Perfect.
you two.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Signed up.
Yeah,
Excellent.
for life.
Now that's recorded,
That
mate.
is recorded.
That's a contract.
Agreed?
Oh shit. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Cheers,
I'll
darling.
speak with my agent first, guys.
Oh, do you have an agent?
No, I do. Yeah.
Oh, how exciting is that?
Yeah, I know.
Excellent. That's cool, man. I
Oh,
like
Lily,
that.
thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. It's
Thank
been a
you, darling.
pleasure.
Take care.
Hope you've all enjoyed listening to me.
I'm sure they will. It's better than listening to us, mate. Quite
Well,
frankly.
especially you and your fucking
You can fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should leave it there.
Cheers, Lily.
Thanks,
Right,
Lily.
see ya, bye,
See ya,
bye, bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was nice, mate. Nice little impromptu guest.
Why not, man? We said it in the intro to most of the pods. That is
Random strangers.
now a thing.
Awesome. I think we leave it there, don't we?
Definitely, man. I've enjoyed this one.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed
Well,
the end much more than when I was.
Yeah, I mean, you need to chill the hell out a little
No,
bit.
never,
Yeah,
never.
but you've got.
Don't be a bystander, mate.
You've got Matt the Emotion Man on Thursday.
At the emotion man.
So let's talk that one out. Yeah.
Oi. You cheeky prick. I'm going to let you off with that. Right, I'm out of here. Love, love.
Same. Love, love.
Love, love.
If you have been affected by any of the issues discussed in this podcast, you can contact the Samaritans in the UK 24 hours a day by phoning 116 123 or going to www.samaritans.org.